Police Minister Bheki Cele will today lead the annual Festive Season Inspection Roadshow in the Eastern Cape. The visit forms part of efforts by SAPS to channel resources to areas where they are most needed. The policing interventions will enable the police to decisively deal with crime and any security threats in the holiday season and beyond. SABC News reporter Sedima Mfeku is now joining us live from the roadshow. Sedima, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Tell us about what is part of this festive season plans and also some of the interventions that we will be seeing from SAPS.
Right, Aldrin, just behind me, as you can see, there is quite a number of police officers that are waiting for the arrival of the Police Minister, Bheki Cele, who's going to be joined by his management as well. We're expecting to see here the Police Commissioner, the National Commissioner of Police, Sedima, as well as the Provincial Police Commissioner, as well as the leadership or government of the Buffalo City Metro. They're expected to be coming here any minute from now. They had said that they are on their way here. As you said it in your intro there, that they expected to, channel resources where they are needed the most. And this is so that, police, their job, they're able to do their job as easily as possible, especially targeting areas where crime is quite rife and also where the festive season is showing to be quite a threat to those areas. They expected to also visit businesses, in fact, areas where business activity is quite high, to sort of bring or allay the fears of those entrepreneurs, especially during this particular time of the year. They also expected to be visiting leisure areas, including the beaches, as well as some entertainment facilities, where they're also going to be making sure that people in those particular areas are made to feel as safe as possible, and that the police target those particular areas, as they often become crime hotspots, especially during this particular time of the festive season. We expected to be going to hold roadshows. We expected to be going to hold roadblocks in some parts of the N2 around here in the East London region, or in the Buffalo City Metro. We expected to go to Duncan Village as well as Mdantsane, some of the communities that are showing to have quite high number of crime, quite a high number of crime in this particular area. We also do understand that some of the things that are going to be addressed in this particular area is how difficult it has been to deal with the issue of crime, especially drug trafficking and all of those kinds of things, and human trafficking, especially during the festive season. We've got quite a number of cases where children have gone missing in beaches, and parents people start drowning when they go to the beaches, simply because some go to beaches highly intoxicated, and so the police visibility is expected to deal with those and other issues.
Tell us about the issue around gang-related violence and what the interventions are when it comes to that. And remember earlier on this year as well, the Provincial Police Commission had also highlighted that as one of their concerns.
Yeah, it's quite a very hectic issue, Aldrin, here in the East London region. Many people have been complaining that they are being targets to such an extent that people have now resorted to making policing forums in their areas. We were covering a story recently just outside King Williamstown in one of the villages there, residents saying that they are not feeling safe, especially at the time of the 21 days of activism against abuse and children and women. They were saying that there is no police visibility there. They've reported quite a number of cases, and there's nothing that's being done with those cases. And as a result, they were requesting that the police come up with a plan to sort of work with the communities in restoring peace, and also dealing decisively and quite brutally with the issue of crime in those areas. There's quite a high number of breaking-ins, house break-ins in the East London region, and people are saying that even though they report their cases, one of the highest active forums in the community is those that have a lot of work to do with community members. They're saying that they now resort to going to policing forums in communities and crime watch groups in communities because they believe that they are the ones that are able to bring justice about, especially for those who are experiencing house breakings and robberies in the streets. And they're saying that really they don't have hope in the police, and we hope to see what the police minister is going to be addressing in so far as that is concerned. We also, Aldrin, looking to hear from the provincial police commissioner as well as the national commissioner regarding the issue of safety insofar as the transportation industry. We do understand that there was a court order by the court saying that the police commissioner should devise a plan to sort of protect bus courier Intercape that ferries people to and outside of the Eastern Cape, those long distance buses there that are being threatened by taxi drivers, and they're saying that they're experiencing all these threats at the hands or in front of the police, and nothing is being done to protect them. And the court had ordered that the National Police Commissioner devise a plan or make provisions for the protection of those bus companies, especially Intercape, which is said to be one of the buses that is under quite a lot of threat in some parts of the province, especially in areas around Ngobo and Kofimvaba and all those other rural areas that are outside, that are laying outside of the Eastern Cape.
And just a final one, Sedima, as you speak about the local policing forums, one of the big issues in the last quarterly crime statistics was around vigilantism. How rife is mob justice or vigilantism in East London and even the broader province of the Eastern Cape?
Well, Aldrin, I must say that the police have been quite vocal in trying to, tone down the level of vigilantism or mob justice in this particular area. And I think one of the reasons that communities have decided to formulate community policing forums is so that they have a central place where they can, report crime in, instead of letting the community deal with crimes their own way. We understand that these policing forums would have to, in fact, they are calling for community members to go open cases if one is said to have experienced any crime of any sort, so that when they are acting up on those issues, they have a case number to reference, and so that they can limit, the level of vigilantism and also mob justice in these particular areas. Recently, we had heard from some of them saying that, if one does not have a case number, they are not able to assist them. So this forces community members to go out to police stations to open cases if they want to have their cases dealt with. And they're trying by all means to make sure that these cases are dealt with in a proper way. And community members seem to be quite happy at the work of these policing forums in some parts of these areas.
Thank you so much for your time. SABC News reporter there, Sedima Mfeku, joining us from East London, where we expect later on the Minister of Police as well as the Police Commissioner to launch the Festive Season Safety Campaign.